Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Worcester Council Theater 3000 for another week. System Nomad was the first comment. So, System, you win big prize. You get to vote twice this election. So, use that wisely. That's official. Just write in on your ballot that we said you could, and that should be all set. So, Brendan Melican, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you, sir?
Great. We got Bill's speeding back into the state to get here. He should be here soon. And I assume that many of the city councilors will be in their cars tonight. It's a classic move we haven't seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get Mo back in the car.
In the off chance that Bill doesn't make it, keep an eye on his Facebook live stream, because if he gets pulled over, that's probably where it's going to be.
It's good. Yeah, we'll get him if he'll be a sovereign citizen on he'll dial in here to be a sovereign citizen. It'll be great. Listen, this is the last city council meeting before the election. The two most terrifying days over the next 2 weeks of the year, Halloween and Worcester municipal elections. What are you more scared of?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Definitely the election. Yeah. And you know what terrifies me, though, is imagine if you had like one opportunity to put on like a show, right? Like this is the mark that people are going to remember you for. This is the day. Most people would probably say, you know what, just keep your fucking mouth shut. Like this is as good as it's going to get. Mo? No. Mo wants to get into busking. He wants to know the appropriate age for street vendors. He wants to know if people are going to get refunds on their on the city capping an early end to the street vending season. It's like this city is just fucking ridiculous.
And what is he worried about? Like, have we figured that out?
No, I mean, I'm hoping that maybe this like good Mo will show up and something nice will come of this, because Worcester actually does have some cool ordinances that never get discussed on that front. They could always be better, but like we actually have a busking ordinance that allows for anybody to be a busker in Worcester for $1, and like you can pick your corner and just sit out there with your ukulele and play to your heart's content.
I do know, I think Jeff Killebrew, the guy that's been running Elm Park's kind of endeavor this summer, he approached Mo for some help on this because he's been fighting the Parks Department. I don't know if this is Mo trying to just do some constituent services prior to the election but it should be interesting.
I have a theory. He's trying to keep out a very specific type of busker in the city. I think
no buckets, Brian. There will not be buckets in Elm Park.
I think we have footage of who he's trying to get rid of, if I'm not mistaken, Travis. Yeah. See.
You called it, Brendan. First hour.
You know what? And I think that's wrong of Mo. I think he's a coward if that's the case. We need what do we think was going on there?
Here?
Ride home?
Uzo?
No, yeah.
Too much Uzo.
And, let a mule make a living is what I say.
But I'm with you that it feels weird to stack these all up now. It feels like a last-ditch effort.
Yes.
So, other than that, it seems like it's a pretty short agenda.
I didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be here till
2 a.m.
p.m.
I'll be walking Matt to the train again because I opened my fucking mouth. Yeah, no, but I mean, it's nice when you read an agenda and your eyes stay alive enough that you can actually notice there are still items on hold from Connie Luke's.
Always fun. Always. Oh, what are they going to talk about the most? They're going to talk about the TIF 10A. There's a TIF order.
Oh, from Candy, yeah, on the sale of the building down on Main Street there.
Yeah, 340 Main Street. So that should probably give us a solid 45 minutes. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I think the buskers thing is gonna be sadly underwhelming.
I hope it
Yeah,
goes
so
on
too.
for hours.
I
hope
know,
we have
that's what I want.
hours spent on busking.
I told my partner there's a chance I could be seen by 8:30. But
Now you
I really
if Brendan didn't do it, then you fucking did it, pal.
I just want to hang out with the comic.
Yeah, I understand. So, yeah, we'll see. There, I think hopefully this is a quick one. We can all get back to, watching the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, in order, in one day. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think our the best use of our time right now until they start is to talk a little bit election. I guess we're I don't know Brendan, what are you thinking? What are you what are you feeling? What are you seeing out there?
I still have really
Don't
good
worry, it's coming.
vibes on the way things are going to play out, based on projections we've made over the last year, and I think like our kind of like wish list and whatnot. I have a funny feeling that Attell is going to crush in 5, and I feel like that's going to be more. That's going to penetrate the rest of the city in a really, really weird way. Like the way that she's been banged up. I know it's a district race, but it's something that people have paid attention to because it's bled over into just about every corner of the city. Thank you, Nextdoor and Facebook. And I really feel as though that's going to impact people's decision making across the board. I mean, unfortunately, we're probably going to have to live with Jenny up in 1, which I know nobody was looking forward to, but seems like that's the way it's going to go. I still have, I have no problem saying this
For
a lot.
life.
I got strong feelings that Christian is going to do very, very well in the mayor's race, and yeah, those are the big ones for me. That if any of those 3 things don't go that way, I don't know, I might just move to Holden.
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting to see. We will have some more. I think saw a little preview. There is going to be a major announcement. I don't want to do it before Bill gets here.
Oh, no, never. No, I'm just teasing the cool zone.
There is a very exciting announcement coming up in a little bit. Yeah, it's been interesting to see like how people are talking about it. I've been a little surprised to see a few different things, the way that people are talking about it. It's so hard because we don't have polling. But
yeah,
if you've been around as long as Brendan had, like paying attention to this stuff as long as Brendan has, like you can kind of see like patterns form and the way the winds blow. And I think to me, the thing that's been telling, and I think somebody mentioned it in the comments, is like just how like flocking together the centrists and right wingers are. This $50,000 influx of regress Worcester, as I'm calling it. I claim that. Nobody don't give me credit for that. But yeah, it seems like they're running scared a little bit, and especially the mayor. I think the mayor is absolutely running scared. So,
well, someone mentioned again too. That's probably what you're referring to, the candy advertisement. I mean that Rob was able to get the newly elected senators endorsement for D2 is just wild. Like, I mean, that's and it's not that they're not a good fit for each other or that the endorsement doesn't make sense. It's just unusual that elected officials will will endorse a non-incumbent. Like they don't have to make endorsements, right? There's no.
And I think there's 2 parts to that. I think one, it just goes to show what type of person Robin is in a lot of ways, but it also goes to show you what type of person Candy is. That Robin is willing to put her foot into this race that usually people at that level stay out of, especially when you consider just how much money and connections that Candy has no problem using to her advantage, wielding. But even she's running. I mean, you saw her post today. If anyone saw her post today about Rob trying to defend her actions last week on the CPCs, like she's freaked out. She knows that, you know, they're running scared. They know people are pissed off. I think that is going to have a huge effect if the more people are hearing about the way things went with the CPCs last week. That's having a huge effect. My mom is fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's so abstract to be like, well, could be a lawsuit. Then we're exposing the taxpayers to potential lawsuits when there's like hard and fast, like concrete, like adverse effects for people that are coming from false advertising at crisis pregnancy centers. We've seen one person almost dying is enough, but that's not all it is. We've seen so many people have bad outcomes or just bad experiences and have legitimate crises be caused by these places. And for the city to not stand up and just say, like, even just from a political standpoint, to say like, we're not going to stand for this.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get out ahead of this. We're going to lead on this is like, that's cowardly. And that's not what, that's not what people want to see.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not what I'm like. I can't speak for my mom's whole generation, but the type of lady that she is, the type of lady that her friends are, like, they don't like that.
No.
They don't like that. You know, so it's gonna be interesting, and I think that's the big thing to talk to people about when your less informed friends and family inevitably ask you who they should vote for next week. Then just let them know. Joe Petty voted to file.
Yeah,
it was his call, and they all went along with it. And you know, for that alone, they can screw. Like, if for no other reason, they can fucking screw.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a fascinating couple weeks.
Yeah, I've seen Jose get called for this a couple times. It might be what Eric is referring to, but he had a post on, I think it was Nextdoor, which this is the closest I think I've come to actually engaging with Nextdoor because it was just so laughable. But he had an ad up on Nextdoor that it was drawing comparisons between he and Attell, like, this is why you're voting for me, sort of thing. But there was not a single mention of, and this is why I almost commented just to laugh at him, was like, there was not a single message of what he plans on doing for the district. It's just attacks on Attell. And like, that's like day one, like running for office shit. Like,
right.
You need to show your strengths and like what you're bringing to the table. If you're just running on attacking somebody else, like, you're just an asshole.
Some people vote against people.
Sure.
But not enough. Like,
no.
And they don't. And the other thing that they don't understand, and this is gonna be a big problem for Jose, is that like, he thinks he has support because he has loud support, but the support that he actually has is one not really from his district. Like, you know, if he was running at large, he might have a better shot. Weirdly, like, I mean, he fucked that up, but like, he might have had a better shot because all of his support is like his Burncoat Facebook group people. Like,
yeah,
you know.
Insular.
So if he wants to move to D1, then he probably could, you know, have a better shot against Jenny. But none of the people that would vote for him are in his district. So,
yeah.
You know, it's the same thing. It's like we talk about, like, somebody just said it, like, Petty, people vote for Petty because they know his name. That's always been a strength for him. That's becoming a liability for him.
Mm-hmm.
The people are associating his name with bad things. Candy, she's got a ton of signs, got a ton of money, but all the people putting signs up in like their stores for her don't live in that district and probably don't even live in Worcester. So like, you know, she's vulnerable on that front. Like, we talk about it all the time. Joanna went in there with not a ton of infrastructure and was learning on the fly, and just with her principles, and almost knocked her off. And Rob has that lesson to learn from, and then on top of that, a pretty big political pedigree in this city. Like, you know, and a lot of experience organizing. And go ahead.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to finish your thought.
No, that's what it is. But he's got a lot of experience organizing, and he knows what the fuck he's talking about more than Candy does.
Yeah.
And, you know.
And if there's a cherry on the cycle for Rob, it really wasn't the senator's endorsement. It was Phil Palmieri's subtweet to the senator's endorsement, just giving a thumbs up. Like, I support this message.
Wow.
I feel like everybody in the city simultaneously knows, like, it doesn't matter that much, but has been waiting with bated breath to see that one, like, extended hand from Phil Palmieri that, yes, this is your guy. Because the math is the math. And if this election was based off the primary and an extension of the primary, you add up Rob's numbers with Phil's numbers, Rob beats Candy.
Right.
And if Phil actually is holding a grudge in that degree and is willing to just kind of push him over the edge by making sure his people are voting for Rob, it's a big deal.
Yeah. Exactly.
And those are three really old, well-known family names along the Shrewsbury Street corridor. So it very easily could play that way.
Yeah. It's going to be fascinating to see. I'm just trying to Troubler's comment. I agree that Attell is more popular in the city overall than she is in her district. Like, just that's the reality of the case, but like not in the way that I'm talking about, where she has already won an election in that district. She's already won a primary in that district. Like, it's true that like her percentage would go up if you polled the entire city, but the fact of the matter is, like, between the two of them, I think he's got less in-house support than she does. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we're gonna see.
Yeah, Mike, you should definitely be voting. I don't know why you wouldn't.
Mike, what the hell?
What the hell, Mike? Where's Mike? Where am I?
He's hanging out with System Nomad.
Mike, you gotta vote. Mike, if you know what, System actually has 2 votes. For being the first.
Just gave him one.
Yeah, you could give him your vote.
You have a free vote in any district.
You know what?
Here's
the thing, System. I don't know your friend Mike, but if you vote, and if you vote the way that System suggests that you vote, a lot of people that you're watching in this room right now on this screen are going to throw absolute fucking hissy fits. So for that reason alone, there's going to be a lot of great comedy to come out.
It would be so funny. It would be so funny if you voted.
Oh my god, it'd be classic bit, classic Mike voting. Mike's nuts. I love Mike.
Here. Okay, just a couple announcements for holds.
Bill's on his way, everybody.
Council Council's asked to hold 10A.
Speaking of Mike's, B-Team
10.
Lawyer is back in the house tonight.
Hey, 10A is already held.
A, B, and C.
Which one was that?
IGI
That was
has
the
asked for
TIF one.
14A
Oh, we can just go home then, right?
We're holding all of 14.
And 14B, 14C. Council Council has asked 14B and C to be held on a privilege. These 3
That's a lot of
require a
pencils.
That is a lot of pencils.
vote. So the motion on 14A
It's
is to hold on
to get
privilege.
fiber in his diet.
Roll call.
It's cheaper just to feed him pencils.
Councilor Bergman?
They're pointed both directions.
Yes.
I know. I still want to see him reach in for one and just poke himself over and over again.
Yes.
Right underneath the nail.
I bet he's got a really funny reaction when he pokes the palm of his hand.
Councilor Rose? Councilor Russell? Yes. Councilor Toomey?
Yes.
And Mayor Petty?
Yes. 14B, roll call.
Councilor Bergman?
Yes.
Councilor Calorio?
Yes.
Councilor Agia? Councilor King?
Yes.
Councilor Merrill Carlson? Councilor Nguyen?
Yes.
Councilor Rivera? Councilor Rose? Councilor Russell?
At this speed, how funny would it be if they finished this screen
Yes.
before Bill
Mayor
gets
Petty?
here?
Yes. 14C, roll call.
Councilor Bergman?
Yes.
Councilor Calorio?
Yes.
Councilor Agia? Councilor King?
No.
Councilor Merrill Carlson? Councilor Nguyen?
No.
Councilor Rivera? Councilor Rose? Councilor Russell? Yes. Councilor Toomey?
Yes.
And Mayor Petty?
Yes.
Bless you to whoever that was.
We'll go back to the beginning of the agenda.
The agenda.
There. Yeah.
First
Yeah.
motion is approve
Walter's
minutes of the
fucking
meeting
losing
of October 10th,
Yeah.
2023.
He's-
Roll call.
I can't wait to get him fired from his real job too.
Counselor Bergman?
I think I'm gonna
Counselor
do.
Caloria?
Yes.
Counselor Gia?
How
Did it.
somebody?
Counselor
Okay,
King?
somebody
Yes.
brought
Counselor
the
Carlson?
Worcester Working
Counselor
Families
Nguyen?
mentioned this
Yes.
when we were
Counselor
tweeting
Rivera?
about. I was tweeting about
Counselor
Walter
Rose?
last week.
Counselor Russell?
How are they raising money?
Counselor Toomey?
Yes.
Who's raising money for
Mayor
them?
Petty?
Yes. Public
'Cause they're both-
participation,
they're both
person may speak
public
for no more
employees.
than 2 items.
They
Oh,
can't
them
raise
being-
money.
On any item appearing on the agenda. Just your name and
I would
city
love-
residence,
I would
item number.
love some dig into that.
Fred Nathan, Worcester. 12B.
It can't be me.
I
I'm not
don't
going to
see
dig into it.
too
I'm
many
too busy
items here,
reading
Mr.
about
Mayor.
Bobby, the oldest dog in the world.
Someone bring something either forth from a committee or a citizen bring something forth, and I'll see the words placed on file.
I'd like
I
to start a
want people
petition
realize it in
to get a
case there isn't
burrito at
anyone
Pepe's in
out there
Technic
that
Square
doesn't
named after Fred
realize,
Nathan.
But you're basically
What would be
saying
in it?
place it
Gotta
on
be
file
good.
It's got to
is to
be.
throw
It's
it
got to
in the
be
circular
like a
bucket.
half burrito
So
too. It's got to be
make
like
sure people understand that.
like a stubby one.
I would have liked to have seen a report, but it is what it is.
He talks like he's a counselor. It's so funny.
14D, which stems from the ballot questions last year.
Yeah,
The
R.I.P.
Fair
Bobby.
Share Amendment, which is actually the
Very good
millionaire's
dog.
tax. Since the people did in fact vote for it, as compared to voting it down, it would be nice to see what exactly kind of money will come to Worcester. You tabled it under privilege. I would like to see it discussed tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Giving out orders like he's
Anybody
fucking
else?
Donald Trump.
If Joe started taking those pencils and just whipping them at Fred
What's your name,
while
city residence,
he was
item number?
talking, I would actually
Sure.
rethink voting for the
Good
guy.
evening. My name is Jeffrey Killebrew, resident and father of 2 here in Worcester. I'm speaking
Jeff.
in support of agenda items 10B, C, and D. I won this year's bid to be the vendor at Elm Park, operating under the name of Eden's Slime Sundays and Kid Car Rides. We offer ice cream, snacks, drinks, rent out little cars for kids to drive, make and take activities, and offer instruments for people to play along to culture and
Hi,
music.
Nelly.
I'm also president of Fam Jam Event Group, 501c3.
Thanks for
We have our
joining us
Family Arts
tonight.
and Music Festival coming up November 4th. Contact us on Facebook for how to get involved.
We're
Now,
very
because the
excited for
current
the next couple
discriminatory
weeks.
practices and inequitable processes, antiquated rules and regulations regarding street vending and performing, I started a community project under my nonprofit called the Worcester Renaissance Project, intended to work with city officials to revise these issues, then develop a new vendor and performer applicants from historically redlined communities, educate them on the process of starting a business as a street vendor or performer, then get them placed in high foot traffic areas throughout Worcester to impact tourism and benefit from current gentrification. This initiative serves as both an economic and cultural development plan, revitalizing our city streets and attracting tourists from around the world. Now, when I compared our application process to Boston's, I found that applicants as young as 14 years old could have their hawkers and peddlers license if signed off by the superintendent's office, similar to a work permit. I asked our superintendent's office if they would support this aspect of the project. I was told to find out what our current process is. When I went to the police department, they said they didn't have a precedent or regulations regarding this, as most applicants are usually adults. Having this regulation revised to include youth would give them the ability to start businesses by sharing their creativity in public spaces as an alternative to after-school jobs. To find out more about this project, I encourage everyone here and at home to attend the Parks Commission meeting this Thursday at 6:30 at 30 Manny Familiar Way, just past Worcester Tech, to hear a discussion around past, present, future rules and regulations regarding vending and busking here in Worcester. Let's be legendary together.
Thank you. Okay,
Jeff
anybody
is a
else?
great dude.
What's your
He's
name,
been
city
working real hard at
residence,
this, and it was really
item number?
distracting seeing half of Fred Nathan
David
in
Webb,
frame.
City of Worcester. I am also here in support of items 10B, 10C, and 10D, specifically 10C, that the city manager requests the city solicitor provide the city council with a report as to whether or not any ordinances exist regarding street performers, AKA buskers. This is something that is a crucial part of the Worcester Renaissance Project, which Jeff just spoke
Oh,
of.
hey, Nelly, if you're
And
still there, that
sounds
was
like
me
an
that
amazing
gave
thing
you
for
a
Worcester
thumbs
that
up at the
everyone in this
intersection
room
of
should be
Southbridge and
aggressively on
Cambridge
board.
on the
Thanks.
motorcycle this morning.
Thank you.
Cool
What's
as
your name,
hell.
city residence and item number?
I was, that's
Ted
awesome.
Costas,
I was on
City of
David
Worcester.
Webb's podcast last night.
I'll just make it simple. I'm in
Nice.
support of
Nice.
10B, C, and
When's that
D.
coming out? Already or?
I think it might already be out. I don't know. They said they just upload it.
Oh,
He records in his studio,
Mayor,
which
would
is
you have
in his
them
computer
call
shop,
and use
and
your
it was
line?
pretty cool.
Yep. So I'm gonna try to mute Dana. Hold up.
rocks.
Going in. Please state your
Uh,
name, city of residence, and the item you're calling on.
Hold on, George Seption. I'll find the name.
Hi there, this is Dana
Fundraiser.
Polda Oconee,
Or
a
Nelly.
City of Worcester resident.
Thursday
I'm
at 6
calling
p.m.
on behalf of topic 8H, which I submitted a petition to for consideration of a speed bump on Kinnicott Road between numbers 59 and 62. I'll speak briefly about the reasons I'm requesting this. This is my street of residence. It's thickly settled. There's a declining hill that leads down to a straightaway, which is naturally a space where cars gain speed. There's evidence of speeding on this street as the police put a digital speed sign up last summer for about 2 months, and we were able to see that cars were passing my neighborhood over 30 miles an hour. It's close to a number of institutions, Beth Israel Synagogue, Flag Street School, and also Notre Dame Academy. So people drive through the neighborhood who are not residents and may not realize how thickly settled it is. And lastly, there are parts of the street that do not have sidewalks, which requires people who are walking to either cross the street or to walk in the streets at given times. So I'm requesting a speed hump or another form of speed, something to slow down the drivers in our neighborhood be considered. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Mr.
Yeah,
Mayor,
no
that was the
offense,
last speaker
but-
on the virtual platform.
Okay, we'll close that part of the meeting.
Whoa.
If you want to slow me down, then you better completely remake the street like Mill Street.
Okay, we're in hearings orders. So the motion is to open the hearing.
Well, I
regarding
do look
7A and
forward to
7B. Roll call.
their new speed jump. I'd be curious to see if that neighborhood, if it's been more of a problem
Gloria?
because of all the
Yes.
construction and
Councilor
shutdowns on Flag
Yes.
Street.
Flag Street,
People-
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Councilor Nguyen,
Yes.
Councilor Rivera.
Also, you don't realize like how much of a maze
Councilor
that
Rose,
inner
Councilor
neighborhood
Russell,
is once you
yes.
get in there.
Councilor Toomey,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Mayor
I like the idea of a speed
Yeah,
jump
7A
as opposed to a hump that you have to like,
7A or 7B.
I don't know,
Seeing
clear
nobody
3-foot
opposed,
gap.
Motion
Yeah.
to close the hearing and to adopt. Roll call.
Councilor Bergman.
Yes.
Councilor Calorio.
Yes.
Councilor Gia. Councilor King. Councilor Merrill Carlson. Councilor Nguyen.
Yes.
Councilor Rivera. Councilor Rose. Councilor Russell. Yes. Councilor Toomey
Yes.
and Mayor Petty.
Yes. Okay, we'll take the next items collectively. I don't think they have an objection. 8A to 8F is to refer to Public Works. 8G to 8N is to refer to Traffic and Parking. 9A to 9D, the motion is to adopt. Roll call.
Councilor Bergman.
Yes.
Councilor Calorio.
Yes.
Councilor Gia.
Yes.
Councilor King.
We did mention it.
Councilor
Yeah.
Merrill Carlson. Councilor Nguyen.
Candy's desperate.
Councilor Rivera. Councilor Rose.
This
Councilor
is
Russell.
flying.
Yes. Councilor Toomey
Yes.
and Mayor Petty.
Yes. Okay, 10A has been held under privilege.
They are absolutely flying through
10B.
this. All right, you know what? I don't think we can wait for
Request
Bill.
city
I think
manager
we have
request
to
city
announce.
solicitor to provide counsel the report
right
as to
now,
whether or not Chapter 14, Section 1 of the Worcester revised
time to open up the cool
ordinances,
guy zone,
definition of
Travis.
eight-person imposed
Here it
use
is,
Cool,
people.
it's WCT 3000's cool zone. Bill in his newest piece was talking about how this progressive slate needs a branding, and me and Travis came up with it. So we're covered, everybody. WCT 3000's cool zone. We got some great candidates that you all should vote for. Look who's in the cool zone. These 6 candidates for at large should cover us.
More information from the law department. I myself had difficulty.
We'll go
care
through them
about-
in a minute. I want to see what
trying to
Mo's
find where this
talking about with this
information
thing.
And maybe I didn't find it. Maybe it's there, but I'm assuming it's not. It'd be helpful to get the report back to get that information, and then we can start moving forward to trying to see if there's ways to improve the opportunities for people to do what's called busking and also street performances and so on and so forth. So I'll look forward to that report.
So you're
Thank you,
doing
Mr. Chairman.
C and D and B collectively?
It's fine. Let's do them all together.
Okay, so C was request the city manager request the solicitor provide counsel to report as to whether or not any ordinances exist regarding street performance, aka.
So they're just looking for the
buskers.
process on
And
this.
also D, request the manager requests assistance.
Let's bring it back to cool zone.
Report as to whether or not any
Toonie
credits will be
Christian
forthcoming
King,
for
Guillermo
license
Kramer
vendors.
Jr., Johanna Hampton Dance, Domenica Perron, Maide Morales. This is the cool zone, everybody. You tell all your friends and family that if they want to be in the cool zone too, this is who they vote for.
Oh
See
my
that?
God.
Lasers, baby.
Hold on.
That's what you get in the cool zone, man.
Cool
We
zone.
missed it. We missed it. There it is.
Smoke
Good
machine too.
God.
Fuck. This
Too
zone
cool
is
for
getting
school.
So cool. And you know what? Don't worry. We covered the districts as well.
Perhaps an explanation.
You can be a district counselor and still be in the cool zone. Cool zone, District 1, Jenny Pasillo. You know why? Baseball sucks.
Baseball sucks.
Cool zone, District 2, Rob Bellata. You know why? Candy sucks.
Candy sucks.
Sorry, Halloween. Candy sucks. I picked Trick. District 3. You know, do whatever you want. I don't fucking care.
Up to you.
You're in the cool zone. Whatever you choose to do.
We believe in you.
District 4, you know what? We don't even actually know like who is actually cool, so we're hoping to find out. Yeah, right.
Let us know.
Yeah, please tell us who's cool. In District 5, Hotel IGI. Do you know why? Because court fucking sucks.
Because she's the fucking best.
We love Attell. We would kill for Attell.
With regards to 10D,
For humor.
Yeah, only for humor.
See? She's the reason for the season, everybody. Yeah. How much cooler can you be than to be like, make me a witch? I don't give a fuck about nothing. So yeah, we'll post those for everyone to share on our Instagram at WCT3000. But this is the cool zone, everybody. And if you want to be in the cool zone too, then this is who you vote for. And just in time, look who's here. We got a very special new addition to the cool zone coming in just a moment here, folks. There he is. Bill, welcome to the cool zone.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I'm so mad that I'm here.
Don't worry, it's going to be over in approximately 5.5 minutes. It is almost done.
No, really?
They're cooking so far. They're doing the buskers thing now.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that got held last meeting. So.
Yes, and they held a bunch of stuff tonight though too. So
interesting.
Bill, reading your piece, what really spoke to me was the idea that this like progressive movement in the city and progressive politics in general does need branding. We need a way to think about like this group of people and how they interact together and how we interact with them. So with that, me and Travis, we actually created the Cool Zone. So the WCT 3000 Cool Zone is now live, and all the cool people that you can vote for are in the Cool Zone, and everyone that's not in the Cool Zone should get out now while they still can. And some of the districts we're not entirely sure about, so we just kind of letting that lie.
They can buy into the Cool Zone.
Yeah, Nelly, absolutely. Nelly is the president of the Cool Zone, to be completely honest with you.
Nelly became president of the Cool Zone when she said that she can't wait to kick Kathy Roy's ass in November.
The most Cool Zone thing that's ever happened is anything that Nelly Medina says about the election. So don't worry, Nelly, you are 100% in the Cool Zone. We will get a graphic for you as well.
The Cool Zone, man. You know what I appreciate about that is like the level of effort and thought.
Yeah. Yeah. Upwards of a quarter of an hour.
Did you see?
You're giving me far too much credit.
Did you guys talk about Kenny Merrill Carlson's statement about Rob Bellata freaking out?
It has
so
dork shit.
So
for
good.
Losers. Yeah.
I can't wait to get around to that one.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I know
Yeah, we were talking about before the meeting started about where we think things are at, and I think me and Brendan kind of are on the side of it seems like the shitheads are running scared.
Yeah, I mean the Chamber of Commerce doesn't do that weird Progress Worcester pack if they're not nervous, you know.
Exactly.
Naming it Progress Worcester.
Yeah, which is like so funny. It's like they were like, oh, that's a cool own, you know, like that'll get them. That'll do it.
They didn't realize that they gave us an easy hashtag of regress Worcester though. So
Unfortunately, I don't.
I'm trying to make that happen.
Answer here with me.
Regress Worcester. I was thinking about how to send Worcester back to the Stone Age as I was driving down 290 back from Vermont. I was like, oh, I just went to the Bread and Puppet Theater Museum and really just fell in love with the Northeast Kingdom in that moment. And then I came back to Worcester and I just wanted to bomb the whole thing.
Well, so it shouldn't be super duper hard. I found out 2 days ago. In the span of 12 hours, my power went out twice for 2 hours each. In light rain, not a storm, not a windstorm, not a lightning storm of any kind, just light rain. Knocked out the power for like the whole corridor here, and I have a couple friends that work for National Grid. One of them took the call to as part of it. Turns out it's a ground fault that keeps being tripped by the system that's down by the Tom McCann building. Their electrical system, the Tom McCann building, was last updated in 1935. And it's wreaking havoc on my neighborhood's power. So
Thomas Edison built that one himself.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, the wires are made of horse.
As I say, it's just a horseshoe wrapped up in wire.
So it's very easy, Bill. We just have to like put a fork in one specific socket at one specific building, and we can take down this whole fucking place.
The mainframe just goes down. It's just Lord of the Flies after that.
Yes. Councilor Calorio?
Yes.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
I'm so for it.
Councilor Moore Carlson?
Yeah, Die Hard 4 had it wrong. You don't need a computer. All you need is a fork in the right socket.
Rose? Councilor Russell? Yes. Councilor Toomey?
I think that's a metaphor for what we're trying to do here in the cool zone.
Oh shit!
The cool zone is the fork.
The cool zone is the fork.
Worcester is the socket.
The cool zone is the fork, and Worcester is the socket. That's awesome.
Just for ha-has, they were going to look like this at one point, and then we agreed this looked way too much like the news.
Yeah.
So we went with the cool zone.
Cool zone, baby.
Bill, I don't know if you noticed, but the Chamber of Commerce would like to discuss Raytheon with you.
I didn't even see that story. When did that happen?
You were in another state. Yeah, that was.
I was not paying attention. Yeah, I was pointedly not paying attention because after last council meeting, I was honestly on the verge of just like, just moving somewhere else in like working at a deli. You know, I was very much in a fuck all this mindset. So it was nice to get away from this stuff for a while.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, we had a bad week last week.
That was like an exceptionally depressing, dismal council meeting.
Yeah.
That was one for the record books. But we're bouncing back. We're letting it roll off our shoulders.
Che Anderson saw me and Brendan 2 days later and asked if we were okay. So
cool.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
I said no and got free shoes.
Yeah, it worked out great.
Smart man.
Yeah,
because everybody loves free shit.
So some guy that works at Raytheon killed his wife.
Yeah, Ben Gardner.
Yeah, and Gardner. Yeah. It seems
not the only person he's killed.
Funding from this fair share.
It's my take. Killed many thousands of other people.
He could work in defense. He could work in radar.
Exactly.
Hey, if you work at Raytheon, you're complicit. I don't know what to tell you.
Eric,
Every time a Stinger missile hits a potato patch along the Russia-Ukraine border and just murks an 11-year-old farmer's son, you're complicit. That's how you make your money, is by shit like that happening. So you know what? Good.
No matter which direction it came from, either.
Yeah, right. That's the thing. We always win.
schools. Thank you.
Thank you. So motion
We can. I think we can announce this, right? We're comfortable announcing our election day plans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thought
We're
so.
locked in. We are going to be going live
Oh, I didn't upload it. I'm an ass.
in person. You're gonna have to wait, everybody, because we got graphics. In the cool zone, everything comes with graphics.
Travis had a little bit of time today.
You know, it might seem like incompetence when we stumble over ourselves to do the basic parts of the stream, but really, you're just working on our time. You know, like we don't have to do anything,
Kind of share.
let alone the shit that we should be doing when we should be doing it.
Actually, I know when we were doing the budget.
Yeah. If you're a client, I'm sorry, but
Yeah. Sorry, I had to invent the cool zone today.
Hey, yeah, sorry, I woofed on that deadline. I had to do a cool zone graphic. It took pretty much the whole day. Oh, assistant. Who's this guy?
Yeah,
We've been down this road before.
Assistant city manager in Wynn, right?
Yeah.
That the school department did get.
And Bo Mergman, I haven't seen tonight, is incredibly horny for this guy in the comments at least. So
That required that.
Hung is
Oh,
actually a
Megan's
really great
never been
kid. It was I think it was Mike O'Brien who took him on first as an intern, but he was there was a youth group that ran out of the Buddhist temple that was down off of Chandler Dewey Street, I think is where they are. And he was this kid was like really big in getting like the kids at South and associated schools like organized almost like 20 years ago now. And Mike O'Brien brought him on, I think, first as an intern, and then he stuck around after he did his undergrad and now he's assistant city manager.
that's awesome.
As we look forward in this,
I hope to someday see him named city manager after no search.
No search at all. After a global search on Dewey Street.
Right.
Which, speaking of, we got another one of those non-searches coming up. Travis, we got that?
yeah,
We
we're
good?
good.
All right, let's throw it up there. Decision Worcester live election coverage coming to you on November 7th at 7:30 p.m. live at the Sundown in person. The boys will all be there. We are going to be broadcasting live. Come on down, hang out with us, or watch online.
Yeah.
Either way, we're happy to have you. So it's gonna be a wild party. You know, with the advent of the cool zone, I think it's wild. You know, it's almost unfathomable to think how cool this party is gonna be. So.
Wait, this might be the sign on the front door as you walk in.
Joe Petty, keep out.
Yes, done.
At it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So, come hang out with us. It's gonna be fun.
It's going to be a ripping good time.
Yeah.
Last time we did a live event, me and Brendan almost fried his entire computer by just keeping like 6 to 8 beer bottles on the rickety table at the same time and just
At all
knocking them
times.
over constantly.
Yes.
While we're legitimately trolling Jim McGovern, like being like, Jim, get over here, Jim, get over here. Get over
And it
here."
worked.
And it worked. We literally interviewed a sitting U.S. congressman just by being annoying.
That was potentially our best show ever.
That was a great show.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
Are we going to try to send any of our pundits out to the parties to try to get coverage from
should.
them too?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're.
I mean, if Shaun can do it, he was so great last time that
Yeah.
he really should do that again. But
We'll need to get a
see.
longer cable.
Yeah, he's got the open mic that night, but we'll see. Maybe we can get him to skip it. And,
Get Flag to cover it.
Yeah.
It's about time he pulls his weight.
for real.
you know, I'll just do it. I'll just stream myself on my cell phone driving around in the car, like.
We call that a Bo Mergman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We'll do a Bo
Low
Merrick.
cam. We do need to address that. I think it went by that Bo Mergman is now officially Chamber of Commerce. That is identity.
I could
revealed.
just tell by the tone.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling, but I
Yeah.
don't want to assume.
Was it this one?
That's
Yeah.
what tipped me off. Yeah.
I think ended up around a $20 million investment.
The aggressive horniness, yeah. That was,
Bingo.
A telltale sign of the Bergman family.
everyone needs a personal brand.
See, yeah, that's what we learned from you, and that's why we have the cool zone.
The cool zone.
Well, probably in a month or so, I believe.
Hell yeah. Look at that.
The report will
Kind
be
of cool
out.
that Joe gets to
Looking at
just
that,
campaign
we're
from
waiting for
the
funds, so we're
council
not
floor,
waiting,
the last meeting
so
before
my
the election.
constituents aren't waiting for a number
Yeah,
of
it's
years
not
before
fixed or anything.
I
You
was.
know, they haven't tried their hardest to make sure that that's the case.
Okay, we'll send that to the city manager. Roll call, please.
Just a huge dork.
Counselor Bergman?
Yes.
Too bad he sucks at campaigning.
Counselor GA?
Otherwise, that might have worked.
Counselor
You
King?
know?
Yes.
Counselor Merrill Carlson? Counselor Nguyen?
I have talked to more than one person
Counselor
that
Russell? Yes.
didn't know that he was running for mayor again.
Mayor Petty?
That's so cool.
14-9, order of Mayor Joseph Petty requesting.
My
His
favorite
signs
joke
really
is-
are just like petty. You know, it's just like
Describing himself.
yeah, it's just like he's a Pokemon. Joe Petty. Joe Petty. Every time we let him out of the Pokeball, it just goes Joe Petty.
He'd be safer if that's all he did. My
I
favorite
think
Joe
so,
Petty
yeah.
story is we were at the Caribbean Festival parade, and we're standing there talking. My partner Nikki and I are talking to him, and he's like, "These people don't know what they're doing. They should talk to the Irish about how to throw a parade." And without missing a step, my girlfriend Nikki goes, "Yeah, but I come to this one." But I'm just like, Joe, look around. What the hell are you saying?
We're on private streets. Know the process.
You know what this parade needs to be is a little whiter.
I think he was making a joke. It was just not coming out like a joke.
Yeah, right.
City manager, roll call, please.
That guy hasn't made a joke to a non-Irish person in 40 years. He only knows how to cater to the Irish community.
I want to sign on.
He's been mayor for that long. Everybody probably feels complicit and just has to laugh at him. Kind of like the CEO of Worcester.
Not me.
I've been watching Boardwalk
just to
Empire.
make fun of him.
I've been watching Boardwalk Empire for the first time, and I was like, "Damn, that's remarkably close to current Worcester City politics." That's a little too on the nose.
Nucky Petty.
That's that first season is fantastic. I mean, the whole series is fantastic. But that first season was like one of the first TV shows that I felt like I could smell the setting.
Yeah, right.
Like it's the one thing you get wrong about like old timey settings is like it's too clean. Like that first season just felt like I could just smell the rot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about this. Just that fucking wild endorsement.
Dude,
by
snake
Shaun
in the
Rose.
grass. Just snake in the fucking grass shit. It's like, why? What are you trying to? What kind of job does he want that he feels like he has to do that? Right? Like, come on.
I'm convinced it's like he wants like a no-show board like position type of
Right,
thing,
right.
consideration.
Chairman of the ballpark commission.
That would be
Shooting for the moon.
That would be so sick based on like everything he's done. That's exactly the job he wants.
Yes. Yeah. Knows it's useless, but
for me is, and I think I know the
it's
answer,
perfect
but
for
I'm
him.
gonna take the role of,
Yeah,
Get invited
it's-
to the parties.
Yeah.
for the city
That was
solicitor.
just
For me,
wild.
I'd like
That was
to make a
fucking
motion
wild.
for the report from the city solicitor as to what if
I mean, we tried. Hey, listen, at the election party, we tried to make him cool. We had him on the show. He was pretty fucked up. We tried to make him cool, and he just like couldn't hang.
answer. It's a legitimate and valuable question.
He's not in the cool zone.
He's not. He is banned from the cool
Yeah.
zone.
Everybody can do because we don't own the roads, but maybe there are something.
He knows it too. The way he was talking to me at the Rewind Video Store soft launch, it was like, I don't even know why you came. You're being kind of rude.
Doing, dude.
Just don't come if you're going to be rude.
You need one of these signs.
Cool zone.
Councilor Merrill Carlson.
No girls allowed. Just kidding. No, never mind.
No dweebs.
Yeah, no
No,
doors.
no door. Yeah.
If this council
Maria, that was
recalls,
really good.
I talked about we actually have some private roads where
I'm
it's
a mayor.
extremely difficult
Turtle.
for our emergency
Turtle.
services to go on these roads. And back
Candy's statement was amazing.
I asked for a report back.
I have marched all across this country for women's rights. The reason why I didn't stand up for it in this instance is because somebody said that we might get sued.
Yeah. What a brave. What a
Shut up.
principled stance.
Yeah.
because again, to
She said it was a difficult vote for her. She didn't say anything.
it is private
Yeah.
property.
Yeah.
but
She
we
didn't
do
like make a
have
single
a
comment about
No, just tried
like
to talk
agreeing
shit
with the
about
merit
it.
of it.
Yeah.
roads that are becoming our most impactful.
Yeah, and she called it like
And it's a
what
real
like
public
what
safety
did she
issue
call it?
for anyone
Oh,
who
irresponsible
lives on
and
private roads,
something.
whether
I
it's
don't. Yeah,
for
something like that.
Yeah, it's like
fire
fucking
or
wild.
ambulance. So
Radical. She called it radical.
Right. Yeah, Framingham is radical. Right.
She also got 15 likes on it.
Thank you. Councilor
It's
Toomey?
awesome.
Thank you. I'd like to.
These guys stress out so much about social media, but they just are just fucking whack at it.
That's
no
what the other
engagement.
thing like that cracks me up is like, you know, like Walter does these like 15 tweet threads for Jose that aren't threaded right and that legitimately get like 7 views, 0 likes, and it's all just people like me who are just talking shit about him that look at it and just make fun of them.
so that they're aware. I think it's important.
Do we think that Kate facetuned this?
We're going to be discussing.
Who is that?
What's
That's
happening
Kate Toomey.
That's Kate Toomey.
et cetera.
Councilor King?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Epic Stratton. That email was wild. Let me pull that back up.
Bergman's perspective, I agree with him wholeheartedly. I held back on making that part of my particular order, but I do agree with it. But I just wanted to clarify to the public, I'm not looking for governmental overreach or anything of that nature. What I'm really looking to do is to identify those locations, and then in addition to that, kind of rank them and grade them, and then see if if depending on the neighborhood,
Man, this election's going to be
has to
so
be a more
silly.
engaged fiscal partner in
If
making these
I don't
streets
know.
more
I'm just throwing this out
passable
there.
and safe.
If like if that night goes bad,
So I just don't want things
should
to
the
be
three of us have like a
that,
mini riot?
we're trying to come in there and bully everyone. I know that I'm hoping that
I
this
mean,
will go to public safety.
Sure.
Could be fun.
We're just going to go streaking.
We're gonna streak across Polar Park.
We'll go streak across Polar Park when like there's no game or anything there, and we just keep doing it for forever, and no one knows or pays attention. And then we just get tired and go home.
Spend longer trying to find where we dropped our clothes than
Let's super glue ourselves to the outfield, and then just they'll find our decrepit bodies in spring.
They can't get an ambulance in there to save us because the door's too small.
And also Kate Toomey had an order in there too.
Just gonna yell like, "This one's for you, Saddam," and throw like a water balloon at like a picture of the Woosocks logo.
Yes.
Councilmember Carlson?
I like this idea. I think it'll be good.
Good. I think
A
it's
mini
good.
riot of ours.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry, no one else can join because we don't want anyone we don't want this being turned against us. But just a mini riot, the three of us do a mini riot.
Imagine we're met with like the full militarized force of the Worcester Police Department.
They just
Like
cracked.
just as many stormtroopers showed up on January 1st, 2020. They just beat up like 13 Clark kids, and we're just getting like pepper ball rounds fired at us, and they're just chanting, "Move back, move back."
We're just stuck on the pitcher's mound. They're just ringed the entire field.
Yeah.
Crashing the drone into us over and over again.
They have us surrounded like it's Custer's last stand.
This might be
We're just still streaking.
can agree on because if anybody's driven through, particularly Newton Square lately, and I'm sure
The drone drops tear gas on us. Like, they said they couldn't do that.
all the major roads, Tyler Street, and Pleasant Street, at that juncture, are being repaired at the same time in the commute. Whether it's the morning,
it's gonna be
They
great.
sent out a robot with like a suicide vest on it.
miles, taking 20 minutes to a half an hour. And I understand there's probably construction that needs to be finished.
Oh man,
before the season ends. The construction
Can't
season
wait.
ends, Darty High's being
Can't wait.
at the same time, but it would seem to me that there should be alternate routes.
I'm getting back channel text messages about cool zone tickets. I think we might be onto something here, guys.
Take it to the cool zone.
Cool zone.
We'll sell access to the cool zone.
Yeah.
The cool zone
I'll sell
can
it
be
completely.
purchased.
Highway to the danger zone, baby.
Yeah.
Major routes to the other parts of the city.
That's
on location.
the cool zone turns into the danger zone if shit goes bad
Not the best way to do
on
things.
election night.
Looking for a report,
Welcome to the danger zone.
the other night I would have asked them. And I will say that it seems to have been a little bit better lately. But the roads are still blocked in the morning and in the return in the evening.
I hate to say that I agree with Mo that they have put a bunch of construction all in like the same area. So getting from Tatnick across Park is miserable.
It totally is, but it's so transparent that he's bringing this up again last meeting before the election, as opposed to last April when it started.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
I look forward to your report that you'll get it right at the start of the next construction season when none of this will matter.
Yeah, when hopefully you won't be a counselor anymore.
Yeah, this is what it is. He's not cynical. He just knows he needs to get it in now.
Yeah, there's another parts of the city too. Yeah,
thank
you. Council King.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to sign on to this timely order. Would like to add, as a consequence, there's a whole lot of traffic going through some of our neighborhoods. There's a whole lot of traffic, people cutting through, after having to wait significant periods of time, perhaps driving faster than they normally would through a
You mean
residential
us
zone.
during our riot, or like what race is going to be called?
It took my wife to go
Survivor style, we put somebody's torch out.
Culpeper's 48 minutes.
I would totally put my own torch out.
Chairman.
Just go up to it.
It takes that long.
Put me home.
Speed up their commute. And there's a safety concern. So I too.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the
but we should be able to do a little bit more and want to appreciate.
if we're talking about at large, who's going to fall off of the current, like, it's clearly, I think, going to be
Council Bergman? Yes.
Donner
Coleman.
Lowe in last place. I mean, of incumbents.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Councilmember Carlson?
Incumbents, yeah, historically, Donna and Mo and Christian
Yes.
are the ones that hover around last.
The manager requests
Well,
assistant
two coming on last year snuck on in like 6th or 5th.
Two was fourth
Fourth,
in voting
okay,
last year. King was third.
Right.
And
And
then it
interestingly,
was-
we have two candidates repeating two's exact same model.
Yes.
Right.
Right. Like Dominica Perone and Mady Morales are literally doing exactly what two did.
Mayor Petty?
Next time, 14.
Yeah. So I don't
So
know.
if you think about that,
people are saying, like, I don't know. There's like a lot of talk right now saying that like, oh, two's really vulnerable. That they might not make.
It's
it
just
back up.
vibes.
I think it's just vibes, honestly.
Yeah.
Because it's like anyone that voted for two last time, why would they turn on them this time?
it's incredibly difficult to unseat an incumbent in this system. Like once you're on, you're on.
14M.
And yeah, and making a big splash like that, I feel like
Council with a report concerning the feasibility of installing.
I don't know. Unless like I just don't know anything. Like I feel like their support has been bolstered by how like
Yeah, it's been incredibly
how much
refreshing
they've
to
backed
see a
up. Yeah.
counselor.
119
Yeah.
Belmont Street, Councilmember Carlson.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, I mean, I
this
guess
area
that's
over there on Belmont
possible,
Street, and I know this
but we've
council
never seen that
has been
before, and
talking
two is not the
about
most
traffic,
divisive candidate that's ever existed.
And like, how do you vote against somebody in the system? Like, how do you actually vote against?
Yeah, you're only losing one vote each time.
Yeah, you can't stack your votes, right? Like, you can't vote for Mo Bergman
That would be
6
cool if you
times.
could. Just
I would
pick-
totally do that. Yeah, that would be so sick. I mean, I'm gonna do an election guide thing this week, hopefully, that looks at the statistical likelihood of incumbents getting reelected, which is extremely high, and also some other research that breaks down those numbers. But I like two has said to me also that they think they're in trouble after the vote last week. But I really don't see it. I just don't think that.
in that area.
Like,
And again, all this stuff is hard to know in Worcester.
Right.
This is hard to know. So, don't
news
like,
of that vote doesn't reach most people. Most people have no idea what's going on.
right.
Right.
And when they
Like,
hear
you have to
about
keep
it,
that in mind.
when they hear about it, what they hear about is like, it's just like they're going to hear way more about, if you're talking about like the
that is continually
the resolution on Israel Palestine.
And I know that we've done
but
that in many other
what they,
areas. And this
if
is
anything from
something
last week, what people are hearing about
honestly should
is
have been
going to be the
done
CPC
a
thing,
very long
and then
time
like,
Yeah.
folks over there.
punting on that.
Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, hopefully that was
The manager, roll call.
like something they actually did, as opposed to the resolution that Bregman put on. It's
Councilor
just
Carlson,
ephemera,
Nguyen,
Yes.
completely.
Yeah.
Councilor Russell,
Yes.
Councilor Toomey,
Yes.
and Mayor Petty.
Yes, that the City Council of the City of Worcester does hereby support the establishment of an age-friendly community strategy as the city stand for planning and community development. Myself, Councilor Russell, Councilor Rose, Councilor Toomey, and Councilor Merrill Carlson.
Which one is this?
This is 1410.
Closed caption, it said something about ISIS.
They're at the end of they're at the end of table under privilege.
That's
they're
sick.
They're into tabled items starting next.
Mayor Petty, followed by Councilor King.
Yeah, we might be looking at an actual short one here.
Yeah. And they got all this stuff. There's a bunch of stuff that was brought up under suspension last week that they have to get through.
All
but-
ages to actively participate in community activities, engage in outdoor and and public recreation, access to utilize goods and services of equitable access to affordable housing, transportation, and community programs. And some affordable housing we got coming online. I think there's a groundbreaking at the Boys Club next month. And the purpose would be to support development implementation of age-friendly planning and strategies to support aging communities in Central Mass, which I think we already do. And Worcester has already been designated as an age-friendly city by AARP.
Reading through the donation list for Regress Worcester. This is really grim. It's just really grim. Towing companies, gas stations, and Guy Glotus.
Thank you.
They're like,
What
what hell is going on here? Nice.
I don't know why I have this, but I do.
What I would like to say is
I have a clipboard covered in Guy Glottis stickers with Lotus. Never met the guy. Don't know why.
The Regress Worcester pack is like, no, stop paying attention. Why are you guys paying attention?
You're just like a regular person, and like that's the group of people who you think like have your best interests at heart. It's like
You guys have never paid attention before. Why are you starting now? We got to start this Progress Worcester pack to make sure it doesn't work.
Income and age.
Yeah, so 7:30 on next or 2 Tuesdays from now, Decision Worcester at the Sundown. It's a free event. If there's no tickets, you don't need tickets to get into the cool zone.
Not you cats.
Yeah,
Not you cool cats.
Not you cool cats. If you want to, yeah. So come on down, come hang out. Jack, I want to say this, what I say to you every week. Shut the fuck up, dude. Just shut the fuck up. You fucking moron. You're absolutely fucking moron. Just do yourself a favor and go back to making phone calls and shut the fuck up. You're such a moron. Good Lord. Oh, God.
Welcome to Worcester.
Yeah, I don't even want to explain. I don't even want to explain it to him. I don't even want to fucking explain it to him.
making Bryan angry is not going to help get Councilor King elected mayor. Back on the phones.
Yeah, this is why I didn't donate. Tell Christian I didn't donate because of you. That's 100% the reason I didn't donate. Because I was sick of your fucking bullshit.
We need you to raise $37,000 to match Regress Worcester immediately.
Christian King's in the cool zone. Jack Murray is the fuck out of the cool zone.
And folks on fixed incomes feel that, and I think it's also something.
God damn.
No.
As valuations increase, and folks are in their home and they're aging in place, and perhaps.
Oh, all right,
Travis.
Yeah, that's Jack getting carried out. Last election party. There's finally some good people that get it. Okay.
Finally, some assistance.
Patronizing Karapu. What's your debit card? What's the number?
You want to sign on to it? Does everybody want to sign on to it? Okay.
Patronizing
So we'll pass
Karapu. Do
that
you want to come
resolution, and
to the
then,
Cool Zone party?
we'll also take the.
We have an extra seat
motions
now.
that Councilor
Travis finally has a new intern.
Council Bergman?
Yes.
Patronizing Karapu. Can you wire me $10,000 in Home Depot gift cards? Your niece is being held captive by Nigerian pirates, which I am one of them. And the only way to release her
I don't want this to get
patronizing
lost.
Karapu is if you wire me $10,000 in Home Depot gift cards. So just go on down to Home Depot, get some gift cards.
Do they have Home Depots in Russia?
Constituent services in our clerk's division.
I don't know.
Probably.
In our chief
Probably.
counsel
Pretty
role,
right-wing company.
we approved and budgeted for 2 additional council aides on September.
It's weird. I hiccuped and everything froze.
My God.
One awkward hiccup, shut down the internet. It's like a light rain, taking on your power, Brian. That's how weak the city is for infrastructure.
Your hiccups are as powerful as Tom McCann's shoes.
Through the chair to the council, so at this point, we've reached out to the Human Resource Department because the city council did vote on the job description for the council aides. We've been told by the Human Resources, and if you'd like a report back, you can bring your report back at the next meeting, that we're waiting on the salary ordinances. And I think I've been told the same thing about the deputy city clerk positions as well as the chief of council positions.
Thank you. To the chair, to the administration, if you were any barriers that are preventing us from getting back the ordinance that we requested back in September so that we can enhance constituent services. To the chair.
Nico's in the Cool Zone, right? That's
To the chair, to the council,
course.
something that I would have to reach out
Strong
to
mayor
the
of the Cool Zone.
department to see exactly where they're at. I know that they were working on
This guy can
job
be in too,
descriptions and trying to
just because I know it'll make our
finalize,
fans
those
happy.
Job descriptions to make sure that it
Yeah.
is totally in line with.
Yeah, it's future city manager, of course.
I just want to remind the public that there's a tremendous amount of work by myself in municipal operations, Vice Chairman Russell and Councilor Rose, in the clerk's office and the administration and this entire council on this very matter. And, you know, we surveyed ourselves and really got a good job description. We also were very, conscientious about salary ranges and things of that nature. And
I gotta say, if I ran for city council, I would make like
we need more than one staffer.
Like my campaign promises would be like meetable like goals. Like I would promise like once a week when someone is giving testimony like this, I would walk by and do that like pretending you're walking down the stairs trick behind them.
Thank you.
Or like the fake elevator one. I would do that every week. I guarantee you I would do it every single week.
Council Bergman?
That's a big promise, Brian.
Yes.
Hey, that's what I care. You know, I care enough to get it right.
Council King?
Yes.
Council Moore Carlson?
Yes.
Council Nguyen?
Yes.
Council Rivera? Council Russell? Yes. Council Toomey?
Yes.
And Mayor Petty?
Yes.
So now I have a motion to end the meeting. Oh, Councilor Rivera.
Why is Joe staying over there the whole time?
Just trying to get used to it.
Sorry, almost believe me, I want this too. I just wanted to hear this. So one of the things that is concerning is that when there's a change that's going to happen, be it like traffic or construction or anything like that, a lot of times the notification goes to the property owners, but it doesn't go to the residents. So for example, on King Street, I got a call today. So they're trying to work regarding making that a one-way. And a lot of the letters went to the property owners, but the majority of the people there are the renters, and that's who it's going to affect.
Bill, they're about to end the meeting.
That's sick.
You didn't even have time to order a pizza tonight.
No, that's, after that last pizza that I threw away 7 of the 8 slices of, I kind of just want to stop playing that game, honestly.
Right, that's fair.
Yeah.
One and done.
Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll pick, because you know what, we have to pick up. Because I'm assuming you were at Katie's last week, right?
Yes.
So you're as close almost to Burnco Pizza.
And I never go for it. Yeah.
You know what though? You know what they just brought back to the menu for the season? The Gobbler, their turkey dinner pizza.
Oh, does it have cranberry sauce?
It sure does.
Oh, does it have mashed potatoes on it?
Yeah, I believe it's got stuffing, it's got gravy, it's got turkey, it's got cranberry. It might have some mashed potatoes on there.
You know,
Cheese and red sauce.
the hubris of man, right?
Cheese, yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Every time, every day, we figure out a new crime against God.
Yes.
the cool zone promises to every day strive further from the light of God.
The only thing that I can imagine being more unpleasant than eating a gobbler is what Jack just shared with the group. Sharing a gobbler with Jamie Eldridge. It's like,
You know,
if we could do
the
that,
out of context level of that quote, the out of context possibilities of that statement.
God damn.
Jamie Eldridge, a gobbler in like an unexpected hailstorm might make it worse, but
Jamie's. I like Jamie. I wouldn't have a gobbler with him or anything, but you know, he's a nice guy.
Guys, it was an hour.
Wow. We did.
Wow, they really fucking punished us for 3 straight months and then whiffed it on the meeting right before the election. As if to say, no, we haven't been punishing you for 3 straight months.
no, forget all about that.
Yeah, if
Brian,
this is the
can
one
you-
city
can-
council meeting you watch.
Yeah, right.
We're always
Yeah.
this efficient.
We're normal and cool. Brian Dutrumble, can you confirm that this person was walking towards Burncoat Pizza to get a gobbler with Jack Murray? That's all I need to know. Wow. Well, this is what happens. You announce the cool zone and they start fucking running scared, baby. That's what
Yeah, they're
happens in the cool zone.
They know they'll never be in the cool zone, and they know that one day the cool zone will reign.
Yeah.
You know? So
Look at that. Look at all, and again, District 3 and 4. Hey, follow your heart. I tend to give points to George Russell for his stance last week on CPCs and the general positivity towards issues like that he takes into account. We cannot let lie that he is a Zoidberg monster and is obsessed with sausage and peppers. But those might be good things. I don't know. You have to go with your oh God. Look at this.
It's the last one for Halloween.
Yeah.
And we're talking Batman costumes, so
You know what? Can you get this
Banana
shit outside
Brendan,
the
everybody.
it's a short meeting. We're just gonna.
We
keep
just found the
moving.
president of the cool zone.
I have I've got some photos of this. But when I used to work out in Boston, like every day after work for a couple months during the summer, I'd take my shirt off and I'd put this on, and I would get in. I was driving a Volvo at the time. I'd get on the Pike and I would just drive as fast as I could, but with like the little top flapping out of the sunroof. And it was just always my dream that like it's the most miserable thing in the world is being stuck in like after work traffic coming from Boston heading west. And if there's any chance that somebody saw like a banana like rage driving the Mass Pike, it just made their day a little bit better.
You know how many wives and husbands have heard tale of you?
Yeah, seriously. Like this.
Yeah.
As soon as they return to Hopkinton or wherever they live, they're like, "You're not going to believe it. I saw this guy on the Mass Pike driving home. He was running bananas."
Banana cannot drive a car.
Even if it's just one guy who annoys the shit out of his friends by telling the same story every time they get together for beers, like I'm happy with that.
Get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
All right,
wow.
Banana Brendan. One question.
Shoot.
What does the future of Worcester hold?
Oh man.
In Banana Brendan's assumption, to Banana Brendan's estimation.
That's a tough one. Yeah, are you mean like real time like politics and whatnot?
No, I just mean like in a Banana Brendan sort of context.
Oh,
Like,
so
first thing that comes to mind for Banana Brendan.
This is where it gets bad. Like the first thing that comes to mind, anyone who listens or doesn't, you should start listening to the 80,000 Hours podcast. Each one is like 3 hours long. Total nightmare. Takes your entire life away. But they're all like really, really smart people. They had Ian Morris on their latest episode, who was talking about how historian, he teaches smart people at Stanford. He was talking about if you go to the last ice age to like yesterday, like the order of magnitude of knowledge and technological development for humans is like it's like a factor of 99. And he's like, if you take that and look at it from like an algorithmic perspective,
the crooked face.
It's a data Colorio.
Next is his whole argument was that the next 100 years we should see a factor of 4,000 times development in technology and intelligence for human development. So like I'm now of the opinion after listening to this that actually nothing matters. It made me a nihilist, that like there's no trying to get me to adapt to like a 4,000 time increase on technology would be like asking a Neanderthal to like come on this podcast and just like just send him a link. I'm kind of giving up. I think I'm just going to check out of society and wish Worcester the best.
Well, I don't know, Brendan. That doesn't sound very appealing to me.
Darth Crooked Vader, what are your thoughts on the direction of Worcester?
I find your faith in Worcester disturbing.
All right. We're
God.
having fun. We're
Yeah.
just having fun on the program tonight.
What a great time we're having.
God, the introduction of Crooked Darth Vader ruined me for a second there. I couldn't even listen to what Brendan was saying for even a second.
Should you?
I'm sorry to undercut you, Brendan.
No, you didn't at all. It was way
No,
better.
no, he's wearing a banana costume.
It was sick to watch you try to continue to stumble through trying to actually explain that concept. Oh, it was fun.
Yeah, I love that you stuck with it, Brendan.
I did.
really
I worked
appreciate
through it.
And we got through it. Yeah, it was great.
I don't know, like Bill, we were talking before you came on that. I mean, I genuinely think that this is like a make or break election for, because there's a lot of folks that are going to be looking to retire soon too, right? Like, I mean, we were all of the impression that Joe wasn't going to be around after this election, even if he lost the Senate race. That like for whatever reason he's sticking it out.
Yeah.
I feel like if the old guard keeps their hooks into the council, even if they start peeling themselves off, they're setting things up to be replaced by other people like them. And
Right.
I hope people realize too that like there's a lot of shit that I might not be as far to the left, like personally, as far to the left as some folks on issues and whatnot. But I'm a firm believer you don't find like a center or a place for compromise without having that spread. Right. And like over the last 20 years of American politics, but especially Worcester politics, people have tried to like cherry pick the people they want. So there, and you've had a hard right swing as a result, and we don't even realize it, which is why the rest of the world fucking laughs at us when they talk
Like
about our liberal or left.
Like our friend
wing.
from Europe last week. who
Totally,
was just,
seriously.
was just pitied us. For
He kicked my ass so bad, the Europe guy.
So that's it though. I mean, I think if this cycle doesn't actually swing to the left, like we're just doomed as a local economy. Just hang up a shingle invite the investors and developers and just say fuck it all.
Yeah, I really think that if we don't swing left in a significant way on this election, that I'm just going to write one post explaining why the city council is useless and just never cover it in a serious way again. Like I'll hop on this show, we'll clown on him, but I'm not going to pretend like it matters.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we'll just start covering Brendan playing Fortnite in a banana costume while playing as Peely. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I want to add a show to the Worcester Council Theater 3000 program. Me and Katie are going to play Rocket League as I try to explain to her why she should care about anything on the upcoming city council agenda.
Yes. Yeah. When do you want to do episode 1?
I don't know, but I'm just spitballing here. I'm just throwing it out because like Katie is like most people. Like she's not weird. She doesn't care about city politics at all. Like, she's not weird. So like trying to explain to her any of this in a way that like is compelling will be extremely difficult. But you can watch me try to do that while we play Rocket League.
Well, luckily we started the cool zone, so
so we're in the cool zone. You can watch me do
identify.
aerials in resets.
Yeah, I think it's an excellent idea for a show. It's telling for what we all need to do. We need to get our people that are smart enough not to pay attention. We need to give them a way in a very simple thing. And honestly, the last few weeks have provided that in like
In strides, yeah.
Like CPCs. That's all you need to know. Who
Yeah.
was where on CPCs? That's all you need to
Who
fucking
voted
know.
against doing something about those places?
Exactly.
Is like number one.
You want to do Don Hertzfeldt cartoons? There's, and this is it. The reason why they're doing it is exactly the reason that we think they're doing it. They're scared. They want to keep control. Tim Murray needs to keep his tight grip on the city. That is why.
Yeah.
That is 100% why he sent his like most bird-brained relative in as a secret pawn in the campaign of our progressive candidates to try and take them down from the inside. So the cool zone's
like,
fighting
oh,
back.
my fiefdom, and he's like juggling it like a bag of potatoes, and it's flipped open. He's like, oh, my petty fiefdom, my corrupt fiefdom is crumbling. I need to pick it up.
They needed to answer 4 questions that weren't about any specific issues that pertain to the election. It was a vibes endorsement that was predetermined. They just put out a questionnaire just so they could say that people answered questions. There was no.
But don't worry, it's not like Tim Murray's on the board of the Worcester Guardian,
right? Yeah, the boss of it.
He's definitely not on the board with a controlling seat, having clearly picked everybody else that sits on it. It's definitely not like that. Don't worry. The chamber has nothing to do with it. It's definitely not like that.
So
don't worry.
Yeah, let's get weird for the next 2 weeks.
Guillermo being endorsed by them is what it is.
Yeah.
You do the math, right? Whatever.
I mean, listen.
Vote for whoever you want.
That's the lane that he's trying to peel off Joe Petty voters, and also you can also read into it and say like, they tried to like make it seem slightly more legit by doing somebody that is on the progressive side. Vote for whoever you want. Again, vote for you. Like Bill said, vote for whoever the fuck you want. But the fact of the matter is, there's 6 people that would be better than the other 6 people. Yeah. So
exactly.
Don't get too fucking in the weeds about it. Don't get too petty about it. Just vote and get people to vote. There's no one fucking votes in this city.
Right.
No
and
one
make stupid people mad online. Keep tweeting at Walter Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep tweeting at him all the time. He reads every single one. I guarantee you. He reads every single one, and he's calling people. He's talking about how mad it makes him. Keep tweeting at Walter Bird and Jose Rivera. And is Sundown kid friendly? That is an open question. We will get back to you on that.
Yeah, you know what? You need to listen to your heart. So, I would say it's tight in there, and there's going to be a lot there. Hopefully, there's going to be a lot of people. So I don't know. And it's going to be cold, so the patio might be tough. So, we'll check and see on the officialness of that, but yes, don't vote for Kathy Roy. Make sure people know. Like, tell your just tell your people that don't know. They just hear these names and they don't know who they are, and they don't.
Kathy Roy, January 6th. It's very easy. Kathy Roy,
an insurrectionist.
Yeah. Kathy Roy, insurrection. Kathy Roy, January 6th. That's all you need to know.
That's all you got to know.
Oh God, the mayoral debates tomorrow. I hope it goes a lot better than the last one. I'm not streaming that, by the way.
No. Fuck no.
Oh, also
we did our part.
Come down to Redemption Rock tomorrow night. Rewind Video Store fundraiser. We're streaming Rocky Horror Picture Show. Starts at 6 p.m. So
where is the mayor's debate tomorrow? Is that the Mechanics Hall?
Yeah, it's the chamber one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Chamber of Commerce one.
The Chamber of Commerce. That's
right. So yeah, let's end on that note. Come to tomorrow night, Redemption Rock, for the Rewind Videos special event. Very cool. Better come to that. You better sign up for a membership at Rewind. A thing that I meant to do when I left last week.
RewindVideo.org/join.
There you go. So get in there. Thursday night, we got another movie event coming up also at the Sundown. Woot Nanny Comedy is teaming up with Mamaroo We are going to be watching Hubie Halloween and doing a live commentary throughout the movie.
Oh, yeah.
A very special Hubie Halloween themed menu is on the board.
It's banana land. I want every single one of those freaking things.
I love this movie. I know I have a lot of friends that worked on it, and I'm desperately trying to get cast in the second one. So come down and support me so that I can have numbers to point to when I say that they should put me in Hubie Tubie. So do that. November 3rd. The Sort of Late Show with Shaun Connolly is back Friday, November 3rd at Off the Rails. We have a very special guest. Bill Shaner is going to be there, and member of the Cool Zone, Jenny Pasillo, our two guests. We have some fantastic comedians and a new house band. So get your tickets. They're available on Off the Rails website, and you can also find Shaun Connolly. He has physical tickets. If you'd like one, avoid the fees. Let me know. We will get you one. But come to that. It's going to be a blast, and we want to fill that place out. So they let us keep coming back and doing stupid stuff because it's going to be real stupid. So make sure that you are following us at WCT3000 on Instagram, Wootenanny Comedy as well, if you feel like it. Make sure that you're subscribed to worcestersucks.email. Worcester Sucks and I love it. Although we have said Bill is open to taking off the and I love it depending on how the next few weeks go.
Greatly, yeah.
Read Shaun's Bad Advice column and make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that you're buying our t-shirts. Wear a t-shirt to the event. I know that Eric Stratton has multiple shirts. Look at that. Look at how good that looks. Just incredible work there. So WCT3K.storeenvy.com. Get your Commenters Union shirt. Get your Hazard Club shirts. Do what you feel. Maybe we'll put up a Cool Zone shirt. I think we might have to put up a Cool Zone
Oh,
shirt.
fuck. Yeah, we're going to have to put up a Cool Zone shirt.
Once we add Joe Petty Keep Out. We love you all so much. Thank you for joining us. Come hang out with us for the rest of the week in person. We love to see you. We will just set, if you have hot takes, then share them to send us to WCT3000 on Instagram. We will share them. Make a story, text in the story. Make a post, text in the post. All your hot takes, we'll share them. I will say that I'm going to insult Jack Murray in all of the captions. So Nico forever, Cool Zone forever. We love you all. Thank you for joining us. See you next time in the Cool Zone.
2
Everybody,
weeks.
vote.